That's great, thank you. Well, I really love this Wildwood Arts, what you've done here. I first met Johnny Fluffy Punk a while back now. He was in a team from Lydney, Poetry Slam. I was in a team from Cheltenham. Our team won. But to be fair, Johnny was the star of the tournament. So I attended 2 of his poetry workshops and a drama workshop here, which was great. Even though at one point we were asked to walk with your nose forward, and what sort of character would you be? And I copied this nosy neighbour, I thought, that I used to have, and I thought I was a really good character. But Claire said, yes, he was coming across like a big vacant caveman. And I wasn't trying to do that, so that's just me, I'm afraid. And if I come across as being a bit low energy today, it's because I've been moving house all day. I was moving house on Wednesday and Monday as well. It's what I do. I'm a removal man. Move easy removals. Make your move easy. That's me, and that was a pleb. Sorry about that. I'd like to do something a bit different. I'm going to do someone else's work, which I changed about 5% of it to make it more local. My dad grew up on Dartmoor, and we grew up in Gloucestershire, and he was, we got these long country walks, and he'd find a pub that did really lovely ale, and we missed the last bus home from that village, so we'd have to walk dark in the middle of summer at the age of about 5, so it'd be about 10 o'clock at night, and about 5-mile walk to town to get the next bus. And he'd sing songs to lift our spirits, and one of them was Widdicombe Fair. So I went looking for that. I found a completely different one by Steve Knightley. Oh. And this is his song, but I've just turned it to Forest of Dean a bit. I can't sing, so I'm going to recite the song if you don't mind. If anyone wants to do it musically, Steve says he's fine with it. It was early dawn when we met up on the woodside on our way to the Onion Fair to drink ourselves dry and make a big noise there. 6 forest lads with a younger boy whose mother had said, promise me now you'll watch for him. He's never slept out of one before, and you know full well that there'd be trouble ahead. I gave her my word. We crossed the wood. It was growing dark when we reached the inn, and we saw her, fair-faced in the candlelight, such a fine sight with her long black hair. Young Billy stared, and she stared right back, but the landlord said, she's spoken for. Billy said, leave me here alone. I'll meet you tomorrow on your way back home at the crossroads. At noon on the Mitcheldean Road. You go and I'll stay. You boys go and I'll stay. I said, take my watch and my chain. We'll all hit the road again. 4 miles to the fairground. We had a fine time there. The next day came. We waited in the rain at the crossroads, but the boy never came. I said, you go ahead, I'll return to the inn. But the landlord said, the last he'd seen was the girl and the boy out in the wood. That was all he knew, and he showed me the door. Well, I called and I cried. God knows I tried until the long night came. His mother flew at me. She called me names, scratched my face, said I was to blame. Asked me if she'd ever see her sweetest sweet. Sang again. Then there's a lovely flute, melancholic solo. I can't do that for trouble playing musical. A 4 year passed, still no sign. I'm back at the inn, see what I'd find. The wind blew cold in the woods that night. I thought I saw a couple in the pale moonlight. The landlord said, it's you again. And hanging from his pocket was my watch and chain. So I sat down on a stone and I cried, knowing full well the young lad died. Tom, Tom, lend me your grey mare. I want to go back to the Onion Fair. With Billy and Dan, Peter and Jan, Harry and Pete on the woods we'll meet. All along, down along, I had a long lead. All along, down Try and make them a bit happier now. I can memorise other people's stuff, but the stuff I write myself, excuse me, I'm referring to my notes. Well, we'll go from bleak to atrocious, shall we? How about that?
Yeah.
In song, here's the word, you're hoping for the cure. Rolling, tossing, turning, awake at 10 to 4. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. Wake up, you're too late, alarm clock's dead. This time will mean a sacking, your boss has already said. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. You feel the need to be employed to keep you from the void. Don't you hate it when that happens? Disaster oozing between your toes. Before you reach the door, a foul present left by the cat an hour or two before. Don't you hate it when that happens? Smell rises to your nostrils, further yet your spirits sink. Nostrils flinch at the bathroom sink, you can shed all but a lingering hint of the stink. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. You've got a bad enough problem with foot odour as it is. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh joy, it's breakfast, take time out. Sit down to snap, crackle and pop. But bloody hell, what is it now? The door goes knock, knock, knock. Don't you hate it when that happens? Liking your crisp is crispy, you try plan A, ignore. But they've looked in and seen you and they're officers of the law. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. They're unwelcome visitors at the best of time, even when you're victim of a crime. Don't you just hate it when they happen? They don't have friendly faces, these lawmen at the door. There isn't just one or two, but blow it down, there's 4. Don't you hate it when that happens? 2 more appear in boiler suits, lugging a hydraulic ram. You've got no choice but to give it all. What seems to be the problem, gents? Here I am. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. It's a law at the door and you can't hit the floor. Don't you hate it when that happens? You're welcome with, what can I do for you? Some tea, kettle's just boiled. Is rebuffed with a sneer. Those rude brutes have clearly been spoiled. Don't you hate it when that happens? They tell you an acquaintance who's been missing for a while has just turned up, but foul play suspected. He's no longer alive. Don't you hate it when that happens? You're now a murder suspect and could face a maximum term of life. What led them here, they say, was a victim's affair with your wife. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. Official notification of betrayal coming coupled with the threat of jail. Don't you hate it when that happens? You find that innocent till proven guilty is just a pile of arse, which doesn't seem to work for someone of your class. You go before 12 good men and true, but they're looking for a fall guy. And hey, guess what? It's you. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens. Your term of detention means you'll never see your pension. Don't you hate it when that, don't you just go down when that happens? Terrifying tough guys are giving you the bedroom eyes. An ordeal worse than death awaits you. See it in their scary smiles. Don't you hate it when that happens? Being everyone's unconsenting mistress in prison is all in life you'd hate. It's all so bleak that you see but one way to take control of your fate. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your life just goes and crappens, so you end it all with a headfirst fall from the tallest wall. Don't you just die when that happens? It's not even that. You tried to pass through the pearly gates, but St. Peter tells you no. You go down below. That's a mortal crime, you know. Don't you hate it when that happens? Your afterlife just goes and crappens. An eternity in purgatory will guarantee your misery. Don't you hate it when that happens? But suffice to say, you found yourself in a bit of a fix. Not much you can do about it now as you've crossed that river Styx. So never ever say that things couldn't get any worse, whether in jest, speech, prose or verse. You may well land yourself with an almighty curse, because equipped with a whip and appointed to oversee you in your eternal, infernal toil, it's that low-down, home-wrecking, dirty love rat that you remove from the mortal coil. Got time for two more or one more? One more, okay. I was going to do one about the apocalypse just to liven things up. Actually, I know this one. Yeah. This one's about a DIY purchase that I made, which so excited me, I wrote a poem about it. I just love my new power saw. So easily did what I bought it for. Breeze to the wood, delight for mature. Leaves me wanting to saw some more. The wife won't notice an inch off the door. 20 mil off each leg, now the table's shorter. I'll say I did it for our youngest daughter. Did you want a sunroof on the car? Well, the holes there now, best fetch some tar. One more job before I'm done. There you go, 2 sheds are so much better than one. No love, I won't be in for my tea. I'm really enjoying my cutting spree. What do you mean, stop it, you're scaring me? Oh, be like that then, barricade yourself in, see if I care. I've got some work to do on this old chair. Hey, call the Chancellor, call the PM. I've solved our financial problems for them. Is this the answer to the national deficit? With this, I can make some cuts to the budget. Working for the Treasury, I'd be in heaven. There's lots of old wood in number 11. And there's a few vacancies in them, isn't there? Oh, come on, lad, stop your whining. Did you see Jack Nicholson in that film, The Shining? You'll never keep me out with just that door. Don't forget, I've got my new power saw.